Welcome back. Let's meet the second and final group of Pillar Award for Community Service Award winners before we unveil this year's Kent Clapp CEO Leadership Award honoree. First, KDM POP. KDM POP is a second generation, family owned, privately held company headquartered in Cincinnati with more than 200 team members. Led by President Robert Kissel, the company believes in taking care of the team internally so that they're empowered to serve others externally. Even during the pandemic, KDM continued its service to others, supporting the local community by hosting events and fundraisers, volunteering, and providing financial contributions. In addition, KDM employees have come together to volunteer in unique ways, either through the DePaul Cristo Rey Corporate Work Study Program or its active role in the Princeton City School District's Workforce Ethics Certification Program. Congratulations, KDM POP. Next, Leadership Acceleration. Diane Egbers, founder and CEO of the executive leadership consulting firm, has always been dedicated to servant leadership. Her spirit of service was even amplified in 2015 when she lost her 15-year-old son, Grant, to suicide. Through her grief, however, Diane launched Mirandas Hope to create vital resources to prevent other families from having to pick up the broken pieces of their lives. Mirandas Hope serves thousands of students, parents, and schools through its implementation of a peer-to-peer program called Hope Squad. It's enacted Hope Squads in hundreds of schools across Ohio with demand for more. Congratulations and thank you, Leadership Acceleration. Our next honoree is PowerNet. PowerNet and its employees place community service at the forefront of everything they do. For example, the company contributes high-end technology, such as tablets and Wi-Fi, to low-income communities and nonprofit groups working to create a better outcome for those less fortunate than others. Their goal is to give those community members an opportunity to experience what their peers take for granted. PowerNet strives to erase the digital divide social barrier. Led by CEO Ali Stevens, PowerNet's philosophy isn't just to give back to organizations' communities, but rather to make an impact that will be felt for many years to come. Congratulations, PowerNet. Next up, the Gorilla Glue Company. The Gorilla Glue Company's mission, the Gorilla Way, is rooted in giving back to the community. It participates in its annual Community Day, where employees work with Keep Cincinnati Beautiful to clean up and improve an area of the city. In addition, employees selected 6 local organizations they can donate to through employee payroll deduction or on their own. And the company's inaugural Gorillas Give Back Golf Classic raised more than $100,000 for those 6 charities. The company also partners with the Cincinnati Zoo to support gorillas worldwide, and it also hosts food, clothing, and toy drives to aid hurricane victims and local charities. Congratulations. Finally, in this category, let's give it up and congratulate Town Properties. Town Properties founder Neil Bortz has been creating great places to live, work, shop, and play since 1961. Town Properties' efforts to create great places to give includes working with ArtsWave, United Way, A Kid Again, and Adopt a Class. In each of these annual fundraising drives, associates pledge donations and volunteer time for activities with local school children. Town Properties associates continue to push forward in this pandemic with new and innovative ways to find support and donations for meaningful causes, raising more than $1 million and donating countless volunteer hours in support of creating a better community here in Cincinnati. Congratulations to Town Properties. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our final award of this year's program is the annual Kent Clapp CEO Leadership Award. To tell you more about it and to present it, please welcome Medical Mutual's Dan Polk.
Thank you, Dustin. On behalf of Medical Mutual, it's our pleasure to be part of this annual program. At Medical Mutual, we are committed to the communities where we live and we work, and I truly believe that the Pillar Awards really demonstrate this commitment. This award is named in honor of the late Kent Clapp, the former CEO of Medical Mutual. Kent was instrumental in the creation of the Pillar Awards back in 1998. Tragically, Kent lost his life well before his time. And in memoriam of Kent, every year, one top executive of a for-profit organization is recognized for her or his individual passion toward philanthropy, much like Kent had, and his or her ability to spread that passion throughout an organization like Kent did with Medical Mutual. This year's honoree is doing tremendous work in this region. So let me tell you about this year's Kent Clapp CEO Leadership Award honoree, Diane Egbers, founder and CEO of Leadership Acceleration. You heard a little bit about Diane earlier, but servant leadership is at the heart of how she leads her company, and it's truly just who she is. In addition to her work at Mirandas Hope, Diane has also spearheaded and launched community awareness events like Walk for Hope. She mobilized an army of volunteers, including her own staff, to walk, spread the word, and raise money for the cause. This past year, she transformed Walk for Hope into a virtual event inviting participants throughout Ohio, resulting in tens of thousands of dollars raised for Ohio schools. In 2019, Diane led efforts to create and host the first Hope Squad Conference, a one-of-a-kind training and cultivation event for more than 500 students, teachers, and administrators from across Ohio. They enjoyed a full day of speakers, training, workshops, and relationship building. The conference has continued to grow and expand each year, even amid the pandemic. This kind of leadership, community service, and commitment are simply invaluable. Because of Diane's vulnerability, perseverance, strength, and courage, mental health stigmas are being lifted, school cultures are being shifted, and young lives are being saved every day. Diane is not only an incredible leader, but also a strategic connector. She understands the importance of relationships and strives to add value to the lives of others and their organizations in any way she can. Because of the relationships she has built and her enthusiasm for giving back, Mirandas Hope has gained a broad awareness across the region and the entire state of Ohio. Let's learn a little bit more. Diane, congratulations and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Dan. I'm very appreciative and honored to be included and selected.
You know, we've heard a lot, Diane, about your philanthropic and volunteer initiatives, but can you tell me why has philanthropy and volunteerism become such a personal issue and commitment for you?
You know, I founded Leadership Acceleration 25 years ago in January with a passion to really serve leaders. And, you know, I had been a VP in human resources and found that it was not nearly as fulfilling as the time I spent coaching and developing leaders. So it was a passion and a mission to coach and develop leaders. And you know, my parents raised 6 of us with similar values. And part of that is that our responsibility, when much is given, much is expected. And I really felt like there was more I could do to serve. And so that was, you know, just, you know, how it all began.
Well, it's kind of funny you mentioned that because I've done, you know, many people I talk to in your type of position, in volunteerism and everything too, is it always circles back to the parents. That's what I'm finding out. It circles back to the parents and the family. So it's interesting that you said that. It's very true.
Yeah.
So let's talk about a few of the initiatives you've either spearheaded or become involved with.
Sure.
Could you talk a little bit about the Hope Squad initiative, including the Hope Squad Conference?
Yes, well, Dan, let me give you a little context first. So, you know, I was on this path developing leaders until 2015, and we tragically lost our son, Grant, to suicide. And at that point, you know, that is what shatters a family, and what you do from that point really defines, you know, whether you're on a path of hopelessness or a path of hope. And, you know, part of getting to that path of hope is I had to find a way, you know, and so found a program out of Utah called Hope Squad. It's peer-to-peer suicide prevention and mental health for kids in our high schools and junior highs. And so that became a new part of my passion. You know, in addition to developing leaders, now I care about not only every kid and every student in our school, but I really care about their parents as well. because there's no feeling more isolating than going through a mental health crisis with your child. And so doing a lot with Mirandas Hope. And so getting to then your question is that Hope Squads, we have 200 Hope Squads now serving 400,000 children since 2016. And it's growing like wildfire because there's so much need. With the advancement of social media and phones at a younger age, our kids are exposed to so much that they really struggle to have the coping skills to handle. And so, what this program does is students come alongside other students and really support them to get to adults to get help. And so not only do we have evidence every week that we're saving lives and transporting kids, but we really are helping kids early and often to avoid that kind of crisis.
That's just so inspiring. It really is. Congratulations. That's just wonderful.
Thank you.
You've also been able to work toward making Mirandas Hope a national benchmark for preventing teen suicide. So how prevalent is this issue, and why has it become so important to address?
It used to be, before the pandemic, it was about 20% of our kids that were suffering, and that is just such a tremendous number. In our region, Cincinnati Children's was just overwhelmed prior to the pandemic, and now as many as 45% of our students are indicating struggles with depression, anxiety, things associated with everything we've been through in addition. And it's not been good for kids not to have normal social interaction and to be part of a community. And that's something that, has made our work with Mirandas Hope and supporting Hope Squads all that much more important. So we've had a lot of virtual events, Dan, that we've supported, everything from walks to Month of Hope, our Butterfly Bash. And then those are things, that both support students and donors. And we've developed Hope Squad intern programs as well that, help our Hope Squads to really understand the importance of leadership and to model that from student to student and from school to school.
So what about Walk for Hope?
Sure. So the virtual Walk for Hope was just such an incredible event during the pandemic. We had schools from all over Ohio that did the walk in small groups virtually and some people individually. And we were able to really build community by showing what each school did. And some schools did amazing things. They involved some of the special needs students and had them just walk around the track at their school. Just reached out to every type of student and involved them. And it was very community building between and among our Hope Squad schools.
That's terrific. So obviously you have a very strong team, a very supportive team around you. So what's been the response from your team at Leadership Acceleration about these initiatives? And how has your commitment to the community helped evolve your company, your team, and your relationships with your clients?
Well, I'm fortunate, Dan, to have not one, but two very strong teams. The team at Leadership Acceleration, they just, because it's a mission that I'm so passionate about, they get roped in. They support our Butterfly Bash. They support even the payroll and benefit administration. We do all kinds of things. Have team members that specifically support, the function of our board, as I'm the board chair. So all of that, those elements, we just nurture that in our team. And when you start with Leadership Acceleration, you learn to love Mirandas Hope. And so then we have the Mirandas Hope team. What an incredible, talented group of people that have a passion for this mission and are just doing amazing work in service of our schools. And so we're not only blessed by those two teams, but many of our clients over a period of years have come to know our cause and have been very supportive. And so we have amazing clients as well over time that have really become involved and are now consistently supporting our cause. And so we're grateful to them for that's the reason that we exist, but also that they're very supportive of our work at Mirandas Hope.
Well, Diane, I could say that certainly the entire state and the region certainly is very grateful for you and your work. So thank you for everything you do. And once again, congratulations. It's been a very, very inspiring story. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Well, and Dan, I'm just so honored and privileged and to be among the leaders that are being recognized today. Just very grateful. Thank you so much for the acknowledgement. And I offer this to the Leadership Acceleration team and the Mirandas Hope team that do the hard work day in and day out and make the mission happen. So thanks to both of our teams.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations to our Kent Clapp CEO Leadership Award winner, Diane. Thank you for everything you're doing. So ladies and gentlemen, we've come to that time of the program, well, where it's time to wrap things up. Congratulations to all of this year's Pillar Award for Community Service honorees across every category. We'd also be remiss if we didn't take a moment to recognize the group from Medical Mutual and Smart Business who coordinated this event behind the scenes to bring this event to life. This year, pivoting at the last moment to virtual. Thank you for all of your hard work. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before you click off to your next video meeting or head out to your next in-person meeting, we encourage you to get involved in this community. And if you found just one inspiration from today's program, let it be the knowledge that despite our challenges, each one of us has the power to adapt, evolve, and like the organizations who have been recognized today, make a difference in this community. So as we look ahead to what this year has to offer, let's stay optimistic. Let's continue to look out for each other. That said, have a great rest of the day and remainder of the year. Thanks for joining us here today. We look forward to seeing all of you in person to kick off 2023. Thank you.